Welcome back to Notes Edition, where I read notes off of my phone. Today's note is called Retirement Amortization. With any retirement plan, savings goal, or investing strategy, the ultimate goal is to eventually get your investments to meet you in the middle, where they actually start enriching your life in the present moment. When you invest in something now, you push gratification into the future. What this does is cause pain in the moment in the sense that the money you invest can't be spent on immediate pleasure or a more comfortable living standard today. On top of this delayed gratification, you have the added pain and uncertainty of wondering if the investment vehicle you've selected will retain its value by the time you want it or need it. This dynamic leads most people to spend most of what they make immediately. Present survival, present comfort. In a way, it's very logical. The present moment is all we have. Might as well make the most of it. The investment path is counterintuitive because it embraces risk management and pain management, which are two less than pleasant pastimes. The key here is that much like lifting weights, pain management skills like investing get easier and more fulfilling with time and practice. If I save and invest $10,000 for my future self, eventually I want that energy to come back to me in the present. I grow older, getting closer and closer each day to the person who gets to reap the benefit of my investment. Now, let's say I've saved up and invested enough to take care of 60-year-old me for the next 20 years. If I continue to work and invest well, eventually I can cover for 50-year-old me for the next 30. For people who've achieved success with exponential momentum, they might choose to retire early or take a sabbatical or micro-retirement, especially if they feel like they can maintain a cheap enough lifestyle to sustain the burn down rate of their savings. Learning time preference is similar to the amortization schedule of a mortgage. When you make extra payments on your mortgage, you start eliminating the principal on your mortgage loan, which eventually lowers the amount of interest paid each month. You have a payoff date of 30 years, and by making extra payments on the principal, you gradually move that payoff date closer to the present, saving the energy that would have otherwise been wasted on interest. When you save and invest, it's like moving your date of retirement closer and closer. The idea is that at some point you'll have so much saved up for retirement that you'll eventually be able to say, retirement starts today. We can apply this principle at scale. If you've made enough during the week, you can give yourself the weekend off. If you've made enough during the year, you can take a vacation. If you've made enough at your job, you can pivot to a passion project or a more fulfilling career. If you've made enough in your career, you can choose when to work and when to retire. Each stage is a different level of freedom from money by having the right relationship with money. Technically, anyone can be free from money altogether if they were willing to learn how to survive without it. But for those of us that use money, we might as well learn how to use it well. If we chase money and hoard it at all costs, we lose ourselves. If we spend all of it or otherwise mismanage it, we lose our energy. If we work too hard for it, we lose our freedom. And if we don't work at all, we lose our options. To find balance, we must ask ourselves a few questions. Why am I in need of this money? What am I willing to give up for it? What kind of relationship do I want with money, and how do I build it? Once we answer these questions, we can develop an investment practice that aims to bring sustainable contentment and gratification closer to the present moment. And that's today's note.